So since we're talking about basketball, right, I'm gonna ask you something deep, right? Because me and him both experienced it. So 2014 was my last year with the Eagles, right? Now, my resume is decorated, you know. The year they traded me, I was, third in rushing, right? So I'm like, damn, they said I declined. I guess the year before that was number 1, but I was third, whatever it is. Similar in comparison to you, 18, right, is when the trade went down. And I think the year before that, y'all set the record for most wins team history, right? Yeah. So I'm like, damn, the correlation is so crazy. And then
59,
59, right? So, and it's only, 82?
Yep.
Now, 2 years after that, they traded me, the Eagles, they win a championship. Now, the hard part is, like, a lot of them dudes over there that won, those are my homies, though. I'm talking about we text, we talk, right? But another part, because I am human, right, and I've dealt with trauma and all that.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm like, damn, they won a chip without me, right? Yeah. And I'm thinking on your situation where you was the man of that team, right? You and Kyle, y'all kind of got that thing together, but you was the face. Yeah. I remember going to the games in Buffalo. So our drive to Toronto, and I watch our rock. And then the next year, right, after you got traded, they win a championship. From the heart, though, right? Speak from how that made you feel.
Man.
Because for me, a little bit, I was kind of.
Nah, yeah, I was.
Just being honest.
This is the reason why it fucked me up, you know, because we couldn't beat one person.
Right.
We couldn't beat Brian. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, we run into Brian, we just couldn't beat him. So the year when I got traded, Brian left.
Oh, he did leave.
He went
to the West.
Yeah, he went to the Lakers.
He got up out of there.
So I was more so mad, like, give it one more shot.
Right.
Give it, if we had one more. In my mind, that was the whole thing. Like, man, we got this shit now. We gonna win it next year. That was the whole thing. Before I got traded, because Brian left first before I got traded.
Right.
So the whole thing was like, bro, we winning next year. Ain't nobody gonna beat us. I already had like in my mind like how hard I was about to work out, everything.
Sure.
Oh, the person we was losing to, we good. So when I got traded, that's what made it hurt even more. That me not getting a chance to see what would have happened if with Brian not being in the East. You know what I mean?
How did that the trade? How did that happen?
So when I got traded, bro.
You didn't know about the trade, did you?
Nah.
It caught you off guard.
Oh, so you didn't have no idea?
No. Because I'm thinking like, you know how like when something go wrong, you got to put the blame on somebody. So I'm like, damn, they got Coach Casey out of here. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Right, so I'm thinking, all right, that's gonna be their excuse. They put it on Coach, which was unfair from my point of view. So I'm not thinking they gonna do something else. The whole discussion from top to bottom was like, we gonna win this next year.
Right.
That was the only discussion.
Y'all was top tier though. I remember that.
Yeah, like I made second team All NBA that year. Like everything was like, all right, we need one or two people and we good.
Right.
That was the whole discussion. Next thing you know, I get a call in the movie theaters.
In the movie theaters.
From
your agent, like, yo.
Nah, from the GM.
The GM.
Oh, okay.
So he called me, but I didn't answer because I was in a movie. So I'm like, I ain't answer. So first thing I go to Twitter, seeing if something on Twitter come. I'm like, what the fuck you calling me?
Right.
So
hold on real quick. That's just the player in you though, right?
Yeah, that's the player. Yeah. So I'm like, let me see what's going on. It's late too. Yeah. I'm like, man, what the fuck? So I didn't answer. I said, man, I'll hit you when I get out the movies. Then he was like, all right, cool. What movie you watching? So I'm thinking it's light now. I'm like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, it ain't nothing. I'm thinking some other shit.
Enjoy the movie.
Right.
So I get in the car. I'm about to go to fuck man, what's that pasta place that be open late?
Boston Nova.
About to go to Boston Nova, get something to eat because it was late. So I called him back. I'm in the car. He said, yeah, man, I just want to let you know, traded you. I hit the driver on the shoulder. I said, stop.
Pull this motherfucker over. Hold on.
I just got out the car, bro. I just walked down the street. Damn. I'm walking down fucking, what's that? Pico? Yeah. Walking down Pico, bro. Sitting in front of that Del Taco.
For real? You was by yourself?
By myself, bro.
Ooh.
I sat in the fucking drive-through on the wall for like an hour. Like, what the
But he being transparent right now, though.
No, yeah. Like, I really sat there and, like, it fucked me up, bro. Like, so I really didn't tell nobody. Like, I end up going to my mama's house. First, I remember I walked to the beach. I walked on the beach for about 2 hours.
That's the peace right there.
It was about like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I ended up going to my mama's house, sleeping on the couch. I ain't tell my mama. I ain't tell nobody, bro. I woke up the next day because he called me and said, man, it's going to come out tomorrow.
Right.
So I didn't want to tell nobody. So, bro, I turned my phone off. I went to sleep. When I tell you I woke up to, like.
Because everybody see it now.
Everybody. Like, it was on the TV. My mom, I heard, what woke me up was my mama screaming because she seen it on TV.
Oh, right.
Like, what the f is going on? Like, I ain't want to say nothing. Yeah, I ended up leaving my mama's house and, like, just try to figure it out, bro.
So, now, going from that part, so now they in the finals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I'm sure you at home watching some of the games because I've been there. When
I couldn't watch.
I mean, no,
I ain't gonna lie.
Go back to the piece though, because I feel like you left Philly 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And then 2 years later they win. Some of them guys was on the team. Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet.
I got traded. 8-9 months later, they won the championship.
Yep,
That's what I'm saying. So talking about the trauma and everything that leads up, because
right.
we play this game for them rings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know you spoke on it a little bit, and I know you have too, about like you felt that championship has something to do with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the guys that was there was with you. You kind of helped. Y'all built that camaraderie. Like, how personal did you really take that, bro?
Man, I took it personal. It took me a while to get over it. Like, that's why it's so easy.
It do.
For me. That's why it's easy for me to talk about it now. Like, I don't feel no way about it or whatever. But it's like, in that moment, it fucked me up because it was like you worked so hard. This is a place you wanted to be. You put everything into it. Everything was centered around me. It was like, it was this. Like, it was like, so to see it. And I think 90% of the guys that was still there was guys that I played with the year before. So, me talking to them and hearing them, like, even before that, I remember when I first went back to play there, it fucked me up because it was like, yo, god damn, they fucking, like, it was the craziest, like, for 2 years in a row, every time I went back and played in Toronto, they gave me a tribute video.
Sure.
Yep.
And it was like, yo, this shit is, like, you don't realize how much you do for a place until you go back. So that there fucked me up. So the lead and go in the playoffs and, they win it, it was like, I couldn't watch it.